What the bloody hell is going on with Kath's CPAP therapy? Let's take a look at her data. Now, for those of you that don't know, Kath Bacon, she's an admin on our Facebook group CPAP Reviews, and I love it a bits. Now, if you have sleep apnea and you're not on that group, click the link above, head on over there and say hi to everyone, and say hi to Kath. Now, Kath is also helping me with some beta testing of a brand new web-based sleep apnea management platform. That's a mouthful, for CPAP data analysis, called SleepHQ, and it's going to revolutionize the way we review our CPAP data and make changes to our therapy to improve our sleep. You guys are going to love it, and it's free. All right. Now, Kath invited me as a user to review her data, which is something so special about this app. You can invite people to check out your data. You can invite your doctor, your mate, you can invite Kath on the Facebook group, or you can invite myself. Pretty cool, huh? But when I logged in to check out Kath's data, it was fascinating. And it's a mystery. And we're going to work out this mystery together. So to start, let's have a look at Kath's machine settings. What's she using? How's her device set up? So currently she has an AirSense 10 auto set for her. It's a ResMed device. She's using it in mode auto for her, which is an automatic mode. It's going to change the pressure automatically throughout the night between the pressure range. She's got her min pressure at 5 and her max pressure capped at 10. That's the pressure range, 5 to 10. She's got her humidity set to 4, and she's using a pillow mask. And I have a feeling it might be a Dreamport by Bleep, and I'll tell you why in a second. And she's got her expiratory pressure relief on 3. So when she breathes out against the pressure, the machine is going to drop the pressure by a level of 3 centimeters. Now let's have a look at the top here, at her top level averages on the 28th of Feb, starting with her apnea hypopnea index over here in green. How many apneas and hypopneas is she having per hour on this particular night? And it was 6.39. Not bad, certainly room for improvement. And it was up 1.14 on the previous night. I love it how it shows you that. Her 95th percentile pressure was 10, so 95% of the night. Her automatic machine was delivering 10 centimeters or below. Her 95% leak rate was 0. How can that be? Well, that's why I think she's using the Dreamport by Bleep, because it doesn't really have mask leak because it's completely sealed with these little stickers. And her daily usage was a very healthy 7.5 hours, down 57 minutes on the previous night. To start, I want to take a look at the pressure graph. This is really exciting. So with SleepHQ, we can see every change in the pressure throughout the night over time. So along the x-axis here, we have the time throughout the night. And along the y-axis up the side, we have the pressure. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we know the pressure won't go above 10 because that's where she set her max level. And you can see when I hover my cursor over the pressure, it tells me the exact pressure at any point during the night. And you can see here at the start of the night, it's bumping around a little bit, 6.54 up to 6.9, down to 6.7. It's moving around, and that's what an automatic does. It changes the pressure to try and keep your breathing nice and stable and remove any of those obstructions and hypopneas. But about the middle of the night, something strange happened that caught my eye. Have a look at this. Boom! The pressure explodes out of nowhere, and it jumps up from around 6 to 10 in 4 minutes. Whack! Just boom. What happened there? Why did the machine do that? We'll dive in and have a look at that in a minute. But once it hits 10, have a look what happens. It stays at 10 for the remainder of the night. Now, when you see that, normally I would be thinking that perhaps Kath has set her max value, 10, a little bit too low. I think the machine wants to go higher. Let's scroll down a little bit further. Let's check out her AHI trend, her apnea hypopnea index trend over the last 30 days. And you can see here at the start of Feb, she's doing great. Have a look at it. There are some nights here, like on the 3rd of Feb, where she got a perfect score. It's unheard of, a 0.00 apnea hypopnea index. Good on you, Kath. But the rest of the days are still great. 0.13. Most of the time she's under 1. Now remember, the goal is to get under 5. She's under 1. She's killing it. Great stuff. But then around the 16th of Feb, we can see something changes. Have a look. All of a sudden, the apnea-hypopnea index starts to trend in the wrong direction. All right? It's starting to unravel. 2.13, 3.67, 5.35. She's now out of the healthy range. And then 6.39. What the hell happened, Kath? What did you do? I'll tell you what happened. Now, back here in early Feb, Kath was on fixed pressure 6 centimeters the whole night. A CPAP machine set to 6 centimeters, and she's doing great. Now, around the 16th, the 18th of Feb, she's watched one of my videos talking about auto sets, automatic modes, and how you can review your therapy data and make some changes. And she switched to auto. And this is when, unfortunately for Kath, it started to unravel a little bit. Sorry about that, Kath. But it's okay. Not all is lost, because we can go back and have a look and see what's going on. And we'll do that now. So let's go and dive a little deeper and have a look at exactly what happened on the 28th of Feb. All right. So we're going to the detailed data. Before we were on the dashboard, a bit of an overview about our therapy. Now we're going to dive deeper. Now, there's a lot of information on this page. We don't need all of it. Really, all we need for today is the top line, which is the pressure. And then down below here, the blue, which is the flow rate, which is Kath's breathing. We're going to be able to have a look at every breath Kath takes throughout the night, which is very special. So let's zoom in a little bit at her breathing at a period in the beginning of the night when things were going really well. Okay, here we go. I'll zoom in a little bit more. And now we can see Kath's breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now this is nice and stable. Have a look at it. I could almost run a ruler across the top and bottom of her breathing. It's stable. It's nice. It's the way breathing should be. And we can see the pressure. It's moving around a little bit. 6.6, 6.62, 6.6, 6.64. It's moving around a little bit, but the pressure's relatively stable as well. Now let's go back out, zoom out, and have a look at what happened when her pressure went through the roof. Well, it hit the roof and couldn't go any further. Let's have a look at that. Right here is when it all unraveled for Kath. Aha. Let's zoom in again. Okay. Now you can see here at the start, look at this. Breathing, 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 breathing. Stop. Flatline. There's no air getting into Kath's lungs. So the machine increases the pressure. Look at the pressure. 6.76. Boom. Straight up to 8.2. And what happens? Air is forced into her lungs. She starts breathing again. Okay. She's breathing okay. Starts to get a little bit narrow again, but it's okay. But then look here again. See it getting very narrow? Here, OA, obstructive apnea, OA, obstructive apnea. Machine picks up on this, and once again, look at the pressure, 8.56 to 9, and then 9.12 again, jumping up to 10. And it's hit 10, and it can't go any higher. So it's done so in response to apnea. All right, let's jump back to the dashboard and go forward one day to March 1st. Now on this day, Kath changes from auto to fixed pressure. You can see here her pressure is no longer fluctuating throughout the night. It's set to 6 centimeters. And what's fascinating is her apnea-hypopnea index came down. We saw on the 28th that even at 10 centimeters, her apnea wasn't controlled. And she has an apnea-hypopnea index of 6.39. And then move forward one day, she drops her pressure by 40%. And her apnea-hypopnea index comes down. How can that be? We know that more pressure means more control, right? But what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. We'll go back to Feb 28th. Okay, so we're back on the detailed daily view on Feb 28th when Kath was using her automatic mode where the pressure suddenly jumped up. Now let's have a look at this little section here because this here is the answer to our riddle. I'll zoom in again. Have a look at this. Look at this. Wow. CA, 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 CA. Look at all these flags. CA means central apnea. Her airway is open, guys. These are not obstructive events where her airway is completely blocked off. Her airway is open. But what caused this? How did this happen? You know what caused it? The high pressure. That's why her AHI is so much lower when she's on 6 compared to when she's on 10. Because once that pressure goes up with Kath, it causes her breathing to malfunction and have all these central apnea events. And that is the answer to the riddle. So for Kath, more pressure makes things worse. Doesn't make things better. Causes her to have central apnea. When she's on 6, she's doing well. When she goes up to 10, she's not doing well. Her apnea-hypopnea index increases because part of that AHI number is the central apneas. It's just fascinating, guys, to be able to use this platform to deep dive into the data, to see exactly what's going on, so you can make changes that are going to improve your therapy and improve your sleep. I cannot wait to share it with you all. You're going to absolutely love it, and you can deep dive into your data, make some changes, and get your AHI trending in the right direction. Have a wonderful day, and Kath, I hope this helped. Have a good one. Bye.